In this episode of Elixir Talks, we discuss the conditions which suggest that a listing on MLS would need a price update. Let us take a deep dive to discuss certain signs that the price for a listing is incorrect and the market cannot bear that price. When you list a home on MLS and there is significantly less traction on showings, the buyer broker showings are not taking place or are considerably less, say one in a week, the buyer prospects and their brokers need to find value in the property and its price in the overall market. The most significant sign that pricing is incorrect as per the current market is when the showings aren't happening for the property. The second scenario which could happen with you is that buyer broker showings indeed are happening. However, you are not receiving any inquiries or any interest in the property. As a result, there are no offers to be considered and no agreement to be made with a suitable buyer. This could happen when the current state of the property is deficient and the consumers are coming to see the property, but when they review in person, they find value in other properties in the same property type, style, and age segment in the same neighborhood. The property is being used only for comparisons, and in fact, you are unknowingly helping other properties on the market to sell smoothly. Consumers are looking at our property and finding value in placing an offer on other properties. The third scenario can happen when there is a marked shift in the pricing due to government policy changes or natural calamity or banks' interest rate related policies. In such situations, and if you must sell the property, the price update becomes even more critical. As with the changing market, you must create value in your listing and a worthwhile proposition for a buyer prospects. Any listing gains maximum traction in initial 2 weeks, and if one of the three signs you are observing, then it's better to do the price update sooner than later. Ideally, after the first 2 weeks, you should review with your broker in detail the traction received and inquiries coming their way, the feedback received from the buyer brokers, and accordingly take the next steps as required. The more we delay the price update, the more listings become stale and the buyers develop a feeling that if the property is not selling and standing on market, there must be some issue and let us skip and see some other property. They cannot fathom that the price could be wrong, which is why it is sitting on the market. The more listing becomes stale, it will generate less attraction and we will get a lesser value for our property than what it truly deserves. If we are in one of the above scenarios and need a price update, it should ideally be in the 2 to 3 weeks range. This duration would change from market to market. For example, there could be a region where the median days on market is 25 days before a listing gets sold. If that's the case, the price will warrant a change between 4 to 5 weeks. The days on the market for historical properties sold within the last 3 months or last 90 days gives an excellent data point to decide when to execute the change. Now, if you are falling in scenario 1 where showings are completely stalled, then it needs to be reviewed and done promptly. Before finishing, I also want to point out that when you do a price update on your MLS listing, do remember to take the opportunity to polish and ensure the listing and marketing elements are in place. Review the description of the MLS as it is the key to attract the right buyer for the property. Ensure the photos, video tours and marketing material, drone shots are doing justice to the property in conveying value to our target buyer prospects. We understood how to identify the listing that needs a price update and when to execute the price update. Should we do the price correction in small installments or should we do it in one shot? We should reduce the price once based on analyzing the sold data and community in the as of date market and leave it at that, as it would be a good incentive for the buyer prospects to get excited about your listing. Doing piecemeal minor price corrections will not help us in the long run, as it doesn't generate any significant interest in the buyers and the property loses precious time on the market and becomes stale. This is called chasing the market. Even in such situations, the seller ultimately gets less than what the property actually deserves and commands. In a nutshell, the principal learning is that the price decision at the time of original listing should be objective, based on the data and not emotional one. The property presented and marketed well and priced right as per the market will sell smoothly and seldom would require a price update. Thanks for watching. If you like this episode, do like and subscribe for more such content and share with your friends and family looking to sell their property and will find this helpful. Stay motivated and I will see you soon.